Hello, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this Monday evening, October 18th, 2021. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself. And we do that by helping you become financially independent, by teaching you how to currency trade with our time-tested, super accurate trading tools, and our best in the business one-on-one personalized training. And we think that the only way to really master currency trading is with one-on-one coaching. In this session, we do it for a couple reasons. One is it's a teaching moment so that you can learn a couple different trade strategies. The one I principally trade with is something called the 10-point trade, or basically we're trying to get all the lines to line up in a certain direction, and I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart. Excuse me. And second, we will also use the thick orange line trade, which is a little quick scalp trade at the top of the hour if we haven't found anything with the 10-point trade. Second reason we do this is just to show you how accurate these tools are. I don't know many people who get online and do their trades and analysis so you can see them and say, hey, let's take a look and see where the chips fall. So we are very, very confident in our tools. I am very, very confident in our tools. I love trading. Hopefully you'll love trading, and this will make sense to you. So with that, we have to start by listening to this guy. He's a little bit of a downer. But let's go ahead and start.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Blah blah blah. So I think they're like Major League Baseball with that little announcement. No, you can't violate the rules without written permission. Okay. Another great thing about our program is we do live trades every day, twice a day. When you're in a light program, we've got kind of a limited schedule. You got tonight, tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m., and then you got an intro to coaching session at 9:30. Wednesday evening, you've got a light member meeting. But when you get into the full coaching program, in addition to the sessions I do, you've got a morning trade at 10 a.m., which tends to be a couple little scalp trades that usually close while they're on the session. In the evening, 10 p.m. Eastern time, they're going for a longer-term trade. 10 p.m. our time is morning time in Australia, so they are trading Australian pairs. At 8 p.m. Eastern, we have a paid session, the On It with Dale. Dale is one of the people who taught me to trade. He is very, very good. And then on Saturday, there's just a kind of a general training session where they go through different things and take questions. And on Sunday evening, hour after the market opens, they've got an advanced session. So lots of live trades. And in the beginning, you can do very well by just copying the trades from these live trades. With that, I work off of a checklist. As many of you know, I start by checking to make sure everything is connected and working, which I did before we got on the line. Good habit is to review your work every day. It's a good habit even beyond just trading, is to review what you've done today, what you've accomplished, what you could have done better, and make course corrections to improve tomorrow. So with trading, it's the same. We want to see what we did wrong, take a look at those trades, go back and figure out what we missed, if we missed anything, because sometimes you can all be there and you still get it wrong. It's great if you can take a screenshot when you're taking the trade, when you're doing the little 5 and doing that trade that they teach in the light program. It might be a little hard to take screenshots because you're taking lots of trades, but if you're more discriminating like me, and you're trading off of a larger time chart, you can take that screenshot. As we are technical traders, which means we're trading on the price action, we want to know what news there is that might impact currency. And we do that by looking at forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks news down into low impact, medium impact, which is orange, and high impact, which is red. So tonight, we've got something within the next 2 hours on the Australian dollar. Well, that's going to limit our trading, because normally at night we are trading. One of the pairs we are trading is the Australian dollar. So it may not be good for a 10-point trade because we're typically looking for 1 to 3 hours for the trade to close. And I like to be out of the trade 2 hours beforehand. And right now we're within that 2-hour window. And then we get kind of clear sailing, nothing red until Wednesday with the Great Britain pound. So we'll keep an eye on the Australian pound if we're going to take a trade. So with that, I have up what I call a composite chart. It has 6 different currency pairs, all on the 1-hour candle. This chart is in one of the core charts and the standard layouts. On the 10-point trade, I start with the middle section of the chart. This chart primarily contains USD pairs. I am looking for situations. This middle part of the chart is called the majors and minors. Red and green lines are the major indicators. Black and gray are the minor indicators. Basically, and this horizontal red line is the oversold. Horizontal blue line is overbought. So what happens is the market becomes oversold or overbought. When the market's oversold, that is a good opportunity to buy. Likewise, when the market's overbought, it's a good opportunity to sell. So we're looking for situations where these lines are down here and pointed up. And when they're pointed up, that's a good time to buy. So here, Australian USD, minors are going up and have entered the channel. Majors aren't there yet. So we're going to pass. Euro USD, we have the signal, but we're not going to take the trade off of this chart because the volume is low at this time of day. If you're following my daily trade setup, the trade was a buy tonight for about 10 pips, but I'm taking that off of the day chart and some other things. So we're not going to trade off of anything that's not current, where the time is morning time or daytime in that market. So neither the pound dollar isn't current, U.S. Canadian isn't current, U.S. Swiss franc isn't current, U.S. Japan. It is becoming morning time in Japan, so we can go ahead and take a look at this. We're overbought. All the lines are going down. The minors, the black and gray lines, are kind of more than halfway through the channel, but that's okay. The majors are just entering the channel. So I've got 3 points here. Point number one is that we're overbought. Point number two is that all the lines are pointing down. And point number three is the red line is crossed over the green line, and the black line is on top of the gray line. I also like this because there's good steepness in the slope of the green line here. So 3 points here. When I have 3 points on this chart, then I'm going to go up to the TNTs, which are tracking 4 different things. There's 2 orange lines and 2 blue lines. The 2 orange lines are directional, so when the orange lines are going down, that means sell. Blue lines are inversely related, so when they are going up, that means buy. I got all 4 here telling me that are consistent with what I'm seeing here, which is sell. So I want a minimum of 3, but I've got 4, so that's good. When I have all 4 here, 3 or 4, then I'm going to go down to my pressure and try to get confirmation here. Right now I have sideways pressure. Some might even argue that it's up pressure, but sideways pressure with green line on top. I want either there to be down pressure where the lines are going down, or I want the color of the direction that I'm looking for to be on top. So I want the red line here to be on top. So we had this section okay. We had this section okay. This section isn't quite ready yet. The green line is sloped down, and I do look at the green line, and the green line is kind of important to me. And the lines are converging, which means they're getting closer together, but red hasn't crossed over yet. I want this red line to be crossed over. And the reason I want that is I want to take high probability trades, trades that have have the greatest potential for closing profitably. And I can do that when I get all 3 different pieces to tell me the same thing. So here I got 2 of the sections that tell me, but I don't have that third. And of the 3 sections, really, to me, the pressure is kind of the most important. So the most important piece isn't quite there yet. I'm going to wait. So let's go on to the next group and see what we have. So basically what I've done is I've just taken the light 6 major, I cloned it, and then renamed it, and I just changed the currency pair. So now these are non-USD currency pairs. So euro pound isn't current. Australian yen, this would be a good thing to trade, but we don't have the signal right now, and we have that news coming up. All the majors are just getting through the channel. Minors have already kind of turned up, but the majors are still going down, so we're going to pass. Euro Canadian, the timing isn't right. Australian New Zealand dollar, we are oversold. Minors are going up, majors are going down. So we have conflict here. So we're going to pass. Plus, it's the Australian dollar, so we're not going to trade it because it's the Australian dollar. Pound yen. We're in the middle of the channel, and the majors are kind of going sideways, even though the minors are going up. So we're going to pass. Euro Australian dollar. We're in the middle of the channel, so we're going to pass. Let's go to our next group. Please mute yourself if you could. That'd be terrific. Canadian dollar, yen, middle of the channel. So nothing. See, if I catch it on either end, on either the oversold or the overbought, I've got the ability to kind of run through the channel and make the most pips off of it. I'm not into taking a 3-pip trade. That's not my style. I know that's what we teach you in the beginning. And the reason we're teaching you that is so that you get accommodated to accustomed to trading. But based on my temperament and how much effort I want to put in, I'm looking for 10 pip or greater trades. So to get those 10 pip or greater trades on a 1 hour chart, I want to catch it down here and ride it through the channel. And that's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 30 pips. Euro New Zealand dollar. We are oversold. Majors are going up, minors are going up, and we have the double cross. So I've got 3 points here. What I don't like about it is the slope here on the majors. It's kind of going sideways versus going up. So I don't like this, but let's go ahead and see what we've got up here. I've got one orange line going up, one orange line going down, one blue line going up, one blue line going down. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want 4 of the 4. I do have slight down pressure, kind of going sideways, but it is now, the green is on top. So we have a point here, but we just don't have what I'm looking for here. So if we don't have it, we just pass. Pound New Zealand dollar, pretty close here with the majors and minors. The slope here is a little better on the majors than it is over here on the Euro New Zealand dollar. I do have the 2 orange lines going up, and I've got the dotted blue coming down here. So I've got 3 of the 4, 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. The slope here is a little bit better than what we had on over here on the Euro New Zealand dollar. So what I want to do, so I've got 7 points here, 3 points here, 3 points here, 1 point here. So what I want to do is, going back to my trade routine, I want to figure out where the support and resistance are and what the trend is. So to do that, I'm going to open a new chart. And I didn't open it up beforehand because, I don't know, it seems to get goofed up when we have too many of these things opened. So I am going to go to, we'll go to Euro. Oh, no, that's not the one I want. Let's try this. I'm going to open up another one. That's not the one I wanted. We'll go back to that in a second, though. I want... Got 2 of those, huh? All right, so I'm opening up a clean chart so I can put my candles on it and see what it is. And real quick here, we were looking at what were we looking at? Pound New Zealand dollar. Pound New Zealand dollar. So let's go back here. So this is just a clean chart with the candle. So I'm going to go up here, type in Great Britain pound, NZD. It's going to pop it up. And I'm going to scrunch up the chart a little bit so I can put my support and resistance on here. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And the market at those spots, there tends to be a lot of, I don't know, buying and selling. So when you hit them, the price seems to the price doesn't travel through it. So we want to know where they are and then kind of trade around it. So here's the first one. Here are the first two spots. So I'm going to try to put a couple above and a couple below where current price is. And it's a little bit of an art to doing. Do one more, and I'll show you where I'm seeing the spots in just a second. All right, so over here, there's a couple, oops. Like it stops in here a little bit, stops in here a little bit, stops in here, in here, in here, right in here. On this one, it stops in here a little bit, over here a little bit, over here, over here, over here. So now that I've got a couple support and resistances in there, now as we're looking at this, we're at a kind of a 3-month low. That the window I had open was 3 months. Now, in terms of the trend, what are we seeing? Basically, come on. Basically, we're trading into a downtrend. I guess my only caution is we are trading into a downtrend, but we are approaching an area where, oops, let me get rid of this a second. We are approaching an area, let's see, where we're getting to a new spot, a new low. Like this is the new low here. So once I see this, I want to know how much room I have to these support and resistance lines. So I'm going to go take the measure tool. This is where the current price is. So I've got about 23 pips up and 12 pips down, 23 up and 12 down. So if we were to take a sell, let's just put this here. So we got 23 pips going up. All right. And we're taking an up trade, but we are trading against the trend. So trading against the trend, I'm going to probably take a little bit less than I am trading with the trend. But now what I want to do is I want to see, I want something else that supports what I saw on the hour chart. So I'm going to open a more detailed chart. So Great Britain pound, US, Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar. And I am going to, this chart has got the one currency pair, pound, New Zealand dollar, but it's got different time periods. Here's a 5-minute chart, a 30-minute chart, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, and day. What I want to see is I am looking at the 2-hour chart to see that I have support for what I'm seeing in the 1 hour spot chart. So that if I'm wrong here, that eventually it'll fix itself because this will catch me. This will be my safety net. So basically, I'm looking for it to be oversold. Doesn't have to be going up yet, but in this case, miners are kind of going up. majors are kind of going up. The green line's going up anyway. So I've got support here. I've got down pressure, but the lines are converging. So this green line is going to cross over pretty soon. And on the 4 hour, again, I am oversold. Majors are still pointing down. Minors are going up. But when we're oversold, the lines are eventually going to be going up. So that's telling me that if I take a buy here and it doesn't work out, I can catch it on the 2 hour or 4 hour chart. And I do have the green line on top here, which is kind of interesting. I don't pay as much attention on this trade to the the day chart, but I do like the day chart where we're oversold and kind of going sideways. So I like this for a buy. Now the question is, how many pips do we want to take? So I'm going to go back and look at this a little bit more. Let's see. So we got what happened here? We had 23 pips here. I'm going to just drop in another line. Just, so theoretically we could take 23 pips, but I don't want to. Oops, come on. Horizontal, or there we go. Let me just see. So and if we go back here, oops. Nine pips to there. $19.30, 93.86. Let's go ahead and take this for 9 pips. I don't want to take the full amount because we're trading against the trend, but let's go ahead and take this for 9 pips. So I'm going to open up my MetaTrader 4. I'm going to find the pound New Zealand dollar, which I already have on this chart. But if I didn't, I'd go to File, New Chart, and I'd probably go down to the second one and then find that chart in this group. So we have it here. We have a 1.3 pip spread. So I'm going to just go ahead and click buy. But first, actually, hold on. We're going to go to new order, that middle line. I'm going to adjust my volume. I've got 10,900 in this demo account. So I am going to use a 1.1 volume size by just moving this decimal place over 4 spots. I'm going to take a market execution. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit right at this minute, and I'm going to click buy. So it has recorded it. I am now going to right click on it, go to modify, and we said 9 pips. So 9 pips is 90 points. If I click this, it'll do the math for me. And we will go 4 times right now for a stop loss, which would be 360. I can click this, but I'm going to go back and I want to take a look and see. We have some lines on here. So I wanted to go to 0.93861. 0.93861 gets me to where I want to be, 0.938. So I can go for a little bit more here, actually. 9.3. I'm at 9.3851. So I'm going to put it to 6.1. to get a little bit more. And now I am also going to go and I want to see our support line is here, 93.42, 93.42. So it hasn't traded below 93.42. So I'm just going to go on the other side of 93.42. So let's see where we are here. 93, it's at 93.41. So we're on the other side of 93.42. So that's good. That 4 times put us at just on the other side of that support line. Yeah, you know, if it were me, I might even take a couple pips, maybe move it to 39, just so we don't get a dip, a peek through. But I don't think that's likely. So we took a 10-point trade on the pound New Zealand dollar, a buy using the thick orange line signal with a take profit of 0.193. Excuse me, 1.93861. That's 1.93861, and a stop loss of 1.93421. And I would expect that to close. Let's go back and just take one more look. I know it's come down a little, but we've got the setup here. The setup is improved on the 2-hour chart. 4-hour chart hasn't turned. Green has crossed over here, so we've got the pressure also on our side. This is going to keep going up, so we will be all right. This is going to go up through the channel, and we'll get our 9 pips. All right, guys, let's see if we got any questions. No questions. We will be here tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m., bright and early. And one of you needs to bring the coffee, and somebody else needs to bring the donuts. And we will have a great time because trading is fun. And it's a great way to start your day, especially when you get tomorrow morning you're going to wake up and you're going to have a winning trade from that trade that I sent out tonight. And then we're going to, from this trade and then from the trade we're going to take. So have a good night. We will see you early tomorrow morning. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.